All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Also want to say Shalom, much due honors and respect to all you brothers. Continue to labor in his work, pushing out this gospel in all truth, faith, and sincerity. All right, in hopes of being delivered from this upcoming destruction, man, that's going to take place here on the soils of America, and also to receive the rewards that was promised by Yahweh Shai, man. All right, and a part of that reward is being able to travel out into the universe, all right, interplanetary travels, being able to manipulate the elements, you know, and go and inherit these different planets, man. All right, these the things that the Heavenly Father has promised through his son, Yahweh Shai, man. And like I brung out to the brethren, you know, a sure shot way to tell if a man is in the spirit, just bring up a conversation dealing with the universe, man, or the heavens, all right? And if that guy begin to backpedal out of that conversation, then that's a telltale sign that this man is not spiritual, man. He's not actually fit for the kingdom of heaven, man, all right? An example of that is, you know, if you have a kid and he's desiring an Xbox, all right, you're not going to give him a bike, all right? You're going to give him that Xbox, and he's going to appreciate that, man. And what I mean by that, the men of the Lord have designed us to desire these things that he's promised to us, man. It's not going to be a guy amongst a governing body, all right, that's going to, you know, downplay the reward. It's not going to be a guy like, well, this okay, all right, but I really didn't want to travel through the heavens and create, all right, go inherit different planets. No, the men that the Lord has designed to desire that, he's going to give them that. And we're going to praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that, man. All right, I always was one that was into, you know, the universe. You know, I used to, on my downtime, you know, watch Mysteries of the Universe. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for all the brothers out there that's in this truth, the sincere brothers that's spiritually invested in this, man. All right? They got a certain desire to see the creations of the Most High, man. All right? Which, when the Lord actually give us that reward, we're gonna really appreciate it because he designed us to want that. All right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 9. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. Yeah, and that's right. Our eyes have not seen that. Why? Because we are conformed to this earth. We are in these chains. We are those angels that was placed in these everlasting chains. So we got limitations. We only can see the things that's on the earth. All right? Our eyes have not seen the marvelous works that the Lord is preparing for us, man. All right? The Lord said, our eyes have not seen or ear have heard the things that he's prepared for us, man. All right? This is the book of St. John chapter 14 and verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. Yeah, and this links up with what I just read, 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, where the Lord said, I have not seen the things that he's prepared for us. And Yahweh Shai indeed has prepared the kingdom of heaven for us, man. He's been preparing for 2,000 years, all right? And we actually going to be able to go out and see those marvelous works that he's prepared for us, man. All right? The work that we doing, all right, in comparison to the things we're going to receive, it don't measure up, man. That's why Yahweh Shai said, my yoke is easy to bear, man. Because in contrast to the reward we're going to get, it far outweighs and it trumps this work that we do. That's why the guys that took their hand off the plow, what Yahweh Shai said regarding them, they are not fit for the kingdom, man. Because for one, it wasn't their desire in their spirit. Their spirit didn't really desire to take part in that reward. All right? Stand in the book of St. John, the 14th chapter, in the 12th verse, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Yeah, so the Lord is promising us that the works that he do, we going to do even greater. And what was one of the works? he was actually able to ascend into the heavens. When you read about when Yahushua dwelt with the apostles for 40 days after his resurrection, he ascended back into the heavens in a cloud, man. So that was the work of Yahushua, which we're going to be able to perform that very same work. All right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Yeah, and that means we're going to receive new bodies. We're going to receive celestial bodies. That's renewing your strength, man. Because these bodies get tired and weary and sick. But for those who wait on the Lord, all right, possess their patience and their soul, they're going to get the reward of a celestial body, which is never going to get tired, all right? It says, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. Yeah, and what's those wings we're going to mount up on? Chariots. That's like, you know, back in the Western days, where dude mount up on a horse. Well, we're going to mount up on wings, which means we're going to have our own chariots. We're going to have chariots made of solid gold, all right? Silver and gold, precious stones and minerals, man. All right? Diamond studded. You know what I mean? Real royalty, man. We're going to actually mount up on wings. We're going to be on the planet in the kingdom doing our thing. And we're going to be able to mount up on our wings or our chariots and fly right out into the universe in the heavens, man. And go to different planets which we create. Did not the Lord say we're going to do greater things than he? Did not Yahushua with the angels create the heavens and the earth? So we're going to go out and be able to create civilizations and things of this nature, man. The gift is going to far outweigh the hell that we catching, man. Being a part of this truth, this is powerful, man. You got guys out here that think it's all about, their main desire is to stand up with a group of guys and cuss out the white man. This bigger than that. Everything is at stake. This immortality is at stake, man. Being able to have eternal life, man. All right? It says, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. That's right, man. We're going to be immortal. We're going to run. We're going to be like sparks. When we travel, we're going to be like a spark of light, man. Going from galaxy to galaxy. Speaking with brothers that you was, in this struggle with, on the front lines with, catching hell with, all right, bearing each other's burdens. We're going to be speaking with these brothers telepathically. Shooting throughout the galaxy, all right? It's going to be beautiful, man. And this thing is already prepared, all right? This is Psalms 104, starting at verse 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord, my power, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who coverest thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain. And this is dealing with Yahushua, man. If you could receive it. It's Yahushua who stretch out the heavens like a curtain, man. Did not Yahushua say, I go to prepare a place for you? Well, that means he's actually stretching out the heavens. Making it inhabitable for us, man. He adding on. That means stretching out. If you got a house and you add a deck or a patio to it, you just stretch your house out, man. So this is speaking about Yahushua. Yahushua the one who's stretching out the heavens like a curtain, man. Which links up with John the 14th chapter. He's going to prepare a place. And he's been doing this for 2,000 years, right? So this wonderful inhabitable place for the men of the Lord, that reward, is being stretched out by Yahushua, man. All right? It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters. Yeah, and the waters is actually the heavens. You go to the book of Genesis. The waters is the heavens, man. All right? And those beams is dealing with that's dealing with building and architecture, man. Building up these planets. Because if you know anything about construction, all right, which I'm into construction, when you go to different construction sites, the one common theme with a construction site, you're always going to see beams. All right, because beams is what you build off the foundation, all right? It says, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. And again, those wings is the chariots, man. All right? That's why the Lord said, how often I wanted to cover you with my wings like a hen with his chicks, because those wings is actually is going to be that's that vehicle of salvation, so to speak. That's the vehicle the Lord is going to use to deliver us from this destruction. And we actually going to have our own wings, various chariots, man. All right? The inside of the chariots is going to have all sorts of, all sorts of things in it, man. It could be mountain ranges in the chariot. It could be different planets in the chariots, man. It could be waterfalls and lakes. All right? You can have certain wildlife that you want in your chariot, man. Your own personal zoo, if you will, but not in wickedness like Esau, just, the wonderful works of the Lord, man. And these things that the natural man cannot receive, these things that I'm speaking about, this video overall is not for everybody, man. This is only for the men that, the true men that the wisdom of the Lord is dwelling in, man. All right? Men with analytical minds. Those men that's on that level, all right? This is not for the average guy, man. This video, all right? Because the average guy is going to scoff at it because they don't understand. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receive not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. That's right. This video is foolish to a simple nigga, man, or simple spick, Esau, whatever. Whoever is outside of the circle of Yahweh Shai, this is foolishness to him, man. They cannot receive this. And even in the manifestation on a physical level, they can't receive this as a reward. You guys out there who can't see this happening, well, you're not going to receive it. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judge of all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Hamashiach, which means we can actually see this. We can actually see this, man. We are in tune. We are in one in harmony with the Lord Yahweh Shai, man. That's why we are the ones that's reserved to receive this. All right? So with that, shalom.